Hello my good friends, this is Cal's Angel here, also known as Lord of Omni, and I'm back at it again with another flippin' reaction for you. And we got a couple of indie games that I'm going to be taking a look at a little bit and seeing what in the world is going on here that have been piquing my interest. Let's get it. So after pretty much all of my other reactions so far that I've been doing with Fate, Samurai Remnant, Grand Blue Fantasy, Space Marine, so on and so forth, as well as Banishers, we are now getting into the indie scene, if I can really even call that, with some smaller games that we got going on here. With this particular game that caught my interest with this thumbnail, known as ANIMA Song from the Abyss. Now, obviously, the main reason as to why and what it caught my interest is because of the cell shading. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what we got going on here. Because you already know, I am a cell shading Andy. Anytime I see cell shading, I'm immediately going to click. Let's take a look. Alright. This thing is already playing. Put it on 1440. This is looking like some Persona nonsense right here, right now. In terms of the quality of, like, the models, ooh. Okay. Character designs definitely look fire. Okay. Combat is not too shabby. It kind of gives me the feel of another game. The sounds of the hits need some work. Definitely need to work on those hit effects. I wonder why those weapons look so familiar. I'm really liking the art direction here. The cell shading definitely looks top notch. One thing I am noticing though is like there seems to be some inconsistency here. Like there are some characters that are full on cell shading while the others have like this different like how can I explain it? They have this sort of different modeling in terms of 3D. With the art style, like there's some conflicting art style that I'm seeing here. Let's look back at this real quick.
The dreadful song that consumed civilizations has begun to play again. On this place, summoned by its melody, where everyone must face their...
It's like the area definitely doesn't look too shabby in terms of design. The environmental design is definitely top notch. Pretty good. One thing that but here's the one issue that I'm taking here is the character models. Some of the character models definitely look good. Like the knight these two look badass. Like those two look sick. But then you like get into this character and I have no idea what it is, but it's like it looks as though the character model in terms of art style is very different from the others.
Can they put an end to the song from the abyss?
And then of course as far as the animation of the attacks, definitely nice. And I mean, you have a character with a scythe, so it's like immediate cop. I'm already gonna you freaking show me a character and a freaking badass one at that. Look at this girl right here, dude. And she be having a scythe. You already won me over, but it definitely looks like it needs a little bit more in the oven. It needs to cook a little bit more. Definitely need to work a little bit on the sound effects when it comes to it. And ooh, what in the world was this? Hold on. Look at the debris on the ground. That didn't look all too great, but I'm fairly certain that you guys will work that out. Besides that, it definitely looks strong. The potential is definitely there. Like, a part of me is thinking like this was somewhat looking like Babylon's Fall, if I remember correctly, is the name. Babylon's Fall, when it first was announced, not when it actually was announced again with a different art style entirely. But I think that's the thing that keeps that is reminding me with what I'm seeing here so far. Just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit. We got some pretty good platforming. I'm definitely loving the action I'm seeing here. Like, you got some seriously fast character switching, like, which is pretty much making the combat flow looking really good. Like that string right there, just upon switching the character and immediately going into another attack, dude, that's clean. That's you guys are already having a system there. I love it. I freaking love it. Now, if you can just add just a little bit more seasoning to the sound effects and put like not too much, but put a little bit of some like screen shake. Put some oomph into that combat in order for it to actually feel as though the hits are literally registering, because so far with what I'm seeing right now, it's looking like Genshin Impact to me. So this is the one the thing that I was talking about, with how some of the character models don't seem to be consistent with much of the other like character models of the characters that have different art styles to them. Like, you can obviously see that there is some clear different definitions in terms of like cell shading, like different levels of cell shading that's happening here with these character models. Like, this one has literally like in-depth like lines on the body with different forms of shading on it, while you have like this character in particular that actually has cell shading elements to it. So there is definitely some inconsistency here. Dude, the effects though, like, holy crap. Like, look at that. That looks freaking sick. That looks flippin' sick. And the music's going ham too. Still, I will have to say, in terms of the design, I mean, the design of the characters are definitely freaking hitting it, dude. Like, this game has some serious potential. It has some serious potential, and with how this is going to be on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, the art style is what's going to carry this game. That art direction is definitely going to carry this game, along with the combat. So it's like, given that this is just an announcement trailer, I don't know exactly how long this is going to be in development, but I hope that they spend as much time as they need to in order to flesh out everything, because if they can actually make this game if they can make this game look so much better than what I'm seeing here, it is the solid cop. A solid cop. You already know. I already said it before. I'm a third person freaking cell shaded Andy. I see freaking any of those that combination literally in front of me, it's an immediate cop. But yeah, so that was definitely an interesting watch. Definitely an interesting watch. I am going to be keeping my eye out on this game. It's definitely going to be in my list for the time being. I'm glad that I took the time in order to react to it, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to see more of it soon. Considering that this game was apparently announced. Actually, this game was announced 5 days ago. Okay. Well, I guess we're probably not going to be hearing too much anytime soon. They still need to do a little bit, some more development. You never really know. Maybe in a year's time we'll see this game again, and it will be looking even better than what I've seen right now. But as far as that's concerned, that's pretty much all that I really have to say on the matter. The game looks very promising. It has serious potential. I freaking took a look at some of the comments. Some definitely have picked up on the same things that I have said in my opinion, with how the impact needs to have some actual like punchier type of sound effects with the hits and so on and so forth. And then some have been saying that they should definitely lean a little bit more into the cell shading, which I definitely agree. Lean into that cell shading, man. Like freaking go ham, like go full on. There definitely was some inconsistency with some of the art styles of the character models, and not like all of them really had the same look to them. Some of them look like they came from different video games, I will be frank. And I'm seeing that there are also some other people here that are getting some like Genshin and Tower of Fantasy type vibes, and that definitely sounds the part. That definitely sounds the part because of how like the character switching. You're immediately switching characters and so on and so forth, which I'm hoping that this isn't a mobile game. It probably isn't. This is strictly a console game, so thanks for that. And it's not a gacha either, hopefully. But yeah. All in all, I mean, it in terms of impressions, I don't really have anything bad to say, other than just those small little nitpicks, that needed to be pointed out. Just small little criticism, sound design, more consistent art style. Stick with the cell shading, please. Stick with the cell shading. Go full on out on the cell shading. If you can make the cell shading so damn good, you will have struck gold with this game. And then yeah, I do believe that was it. So with that in mind, guys, that's pretty much all that I have for you on this one. I have another indie game that I'll be taking a look at after this, and after that I'll be taking me a little bit of a break and reacting to the other videos later. Try to upload some of these other videos when it comes to it, and going from there. So with that in mind, you guys have a very nice day, nice night, nice morning, nice afternoon, all that good nonsense, and I shall catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.